And welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today's next video is about window types. So let's see what we got here as far as window types. I'm actually going to angle this towards me a little bit more. Okay, so Blender has many types of windows. There are 16 of them in Blender 2.69. And a console for the Python programming language. If you just encountered the info, 3D view, properties, and outliner windows. The rest will be introduced as needed in later modules. Every window header in Blender has an icon at the top left to indicate the window type. For instance, info, I need to click that. User preferences, 3D view, outliner, properties. If you left mouse button on the icon, it will pop up. If you don't want LMB is referred to, but we already do know. Okay, so by matching the icon header to the icons in the menu, you can tell what window is here is a 3D view window. The menu can be used to alter a window's type. In this screenshot, the user is about to change the window into a properties window. Why is he selecting properties window? Where is properties? Interesting. Alright, doesn't really matter. Right. Okay, so let's go ahead and actually go into 2.8 here. And we can do it on any one of these windows here. In fact, it looks like there's far more 3D viewport. See, it's no longer the cube. Image editor, UV editor, compositing, logic node editor, shader editor, video sequencer, movie clip editor, dope sheet, timeline, graph editor, drivers. I don't know what drivers are. Nonlinear animation, text editor, Python console, info, outliner, properties, file browser, and preferences. Now, I can do a text editor. Actually, let's do the image editor because I don't have any clue of what this is. I might have to look it up and see what. Oh, look at that little color there. It's a little color. Anyways. Yeah. Does that mean we can paint? Probably have to have like a material or something. Doesn't really matter. I'm just looking in here. Anyways, 3D viewport again. UV editor. Looks like the same as the image editor. Shader editor. That's pretty cool. Which is actually node editor. Text editor. So I can actually do my own text in here if I want. Okay. So, get the idea? Get it? Got it? Good. All that good stuff. Any window can be changed to any type. Blender doesn't mind if there are multiple windows of the same type. The workspace layout is saved along with the document. Anybody subsequently opening the document will see the last saved layout. And actually, I think that's an option. In other words, if I exit it now, I don't think this will pop up here. So let's just do that and we'll pretend here. Okay. And let's bring Blender back up here. See, it doesn't do that. You can save them though. I'm pretty sure there's a, it might be in the preferences. I'm not sure. Edit preferences. Save preferences. Interface. Themes, viewport, lights, editing, animation, add-ons, input, navigation, key map. So you can actually change everything kind of almost back to the way it was. File paths. And then you can save the preferences there. Anyways. Reload the factory settings with file, load factory settings. We don't have a load factory settings anymore, I don't think. Because, layout. Anyways, I'm not sure how to do it, but I'm really sure you can actually save it if you want to, but again, you don't have to. You can just, what's the deal here? We covered last session. Open, recent files, etc., so forth. Okay. So, the active window is the one that will respond if you press the key. Only one Blender window is active at any given time. The active window is usually the one containing the mouse pointer. Blender uses a focus follows mouse user interface model. When a hotkey fails to work as expected, is often because the mouse pointer is straight into neighboring window. I think it's still the same as the same way in the current version. To change the active window, simply move the mouse pointer to the window you wish to activate. Practice changing the active window by moving your mouse between 3D view and timeline windows. The timeline window is directly below the 3D view header. At this point, it's worth mentioning that the header for the 3D view window and timeline window is at the bottom of its own window instead of the top of the name, as the name header implies. When a window becomes active, its header gets brighter. Let's see if this is what happens. This is kind of what happens. I don't know if you can tell it might be kind of subtle to you, but if I go down here, this gets a little bit brighter. It might be even different. It might even be more stark in the newest one, but I can't tell this main one, but you can see when these light up. See? And then you're on this one, 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 and then you're on this one. Back and forth and back and forth. Can't really tell when you're on this one. I mean, other than you know where the mouse is. See, even down here. Okay. So now that we got that straight, let's go to resizing windows, dragging on the border. Move the mouse to the border between two windows. The area outlined in red below the pointer will change to an up and down arrow. Whenever you increase the size of the window, you decrease the size of the numbers because Blender has non-overlapping window interface. Unlike many other programs, it does not permit windows to overlap. Neither does it move windows. It just resizes them. If you find you cannot increase the size of the window any further, though there seems to be enough space to do so, maybe because you just increase the size of another window, e.g. the outline window, to its minimum size, i.e. just a heading. Another way to resize a window is maximize it. When Blender maximizes a window, it makes the window as large as possible. The previous configuration is saved. Okay, so resizing is fairly straightforward. And then like that. To maximize the active window, control up arrow, control down arrow, or shift space. Let's see what happens when I do those. Control up arrow. Okay, that doesn't seem to do anything, which is fine, but it doesn't. It just doesn't. So I will have to figure out how to maximize each window. Control spacebar, apparently. So let's control spacebar. Oh. And back and forth. So this is kind of cool. It actually tells you what you need to do. So I don't even have to look it up. So to maximize the window, control spacebar. And you just do it the same way to go back. If you're running version, you cannot maximize the user preference window. Okay, shelves. I don't know about shelves in here. Might be a little different. Might be a little tricky. A little tricksy, as Gollum would say. And you'll notice that the 3D view window, the largest window in the screenshots above, has several buttons on the left side. This rectangular portion is called the tool shelf. This is like a window within a window. You can drag the boundary between the main part of the 3D view to resize. If you drag all the way, the shelf will disappear. In this place, the following symbol will appear. Click to bring the shelf back. And this is kind of the same way. So you can do that, or you can do like that, see? But it's a little arrow instead of a plus, see? Arrow instead of a plus. This one's an arrow over here. You can drag that on. Boop. You can just click on it and it pops open. And click on it back. That. And that. Shelf will disappear in this place, falling symbol. Okay, we got that. Too much to fit. The Windows shelf contains too much information fit within its display area. Scroll bars will appear along the bottom right edge. You can scroll the elements by dragging these with the left mouse button. You can alternatively, you can drag with the middle mouse button directly within the contents. Window header may also contain more than fits within the displayable area. There's no explicit visual clue for this, although some widgets at the right edge it might not be visible. If that happens, you can drag sideways a header with the middle mouse button to scroll its contents. Too much to fit. I see. So we got a little scroll bar here because it's too much to fit. But we can also go just like that. I can scroll with the middle mouse wheel. And apparently I can also drag with the drag with the middle, which is kind of what it says to do here. Okay, splitting and joining windows. I'll go ahead and show you because I already kind of did that. Top right corner, you'll see something like this, and that's not the icon. It's not this three little lines. Pointer turns in across. At this point, you can do one of the following: dragging with that left mouse button, split to two copies horizontally, moving away from the edge, vertically, dragging vertically away from the edge, join the window. By dragging towards it, join the window, and this is, of course, the same way here, same height and same width. So I could go in this. See the little corner there? It's a little rounded corner. It's not a thing anymore. See how it turned to a plus. Now, if I want to, I'm adding windows here, right? But if I click, hold, or drag, I can rejoin them. So, see, like that, or like that. In other words, now the other windows are gone. Can I Control Z it? No, I can't Control Z a window. But that's okay. We don't mind. Everything's back to normal. So it's actually, sometimes it's kind of tricky, okay? You have to make sure the plus is here, and you have to drag it into, you have to click, hold, drag, like that, and this little faint arrows will pop up for which direction you want to go into. And then if you want to resplit, you just, I believe, you just click and drag, like kind of like normal. Now let's see if I can do this right. No, because no. Okay, so this is kind of tricky here, but I don't know how to zoom in OBS here, or how I can zoom. But if you notice, let's see if we can find a way to zoom. But if you notice the rounded edges here is where the plus comes up like this. Now what you have to do is to get a new window, to split it into a new window, you have to hit the bottom. See this window here? The bottom of this window has this rounded corner, and then you pull it up. Now if you want to rejoin them, you take the top of the one you want to join with another one. When it hits the plus, you do the top corner, top left corner. Actually, you can do both corners. Then you drag it like that, and it goes like that. So just remember, the top of a window to join to jump to another window, and the bottom if you want to split. And it works. It's kind of the same way with the left and right, except it's with the left and right, it's like that. So you do the left side to drag and to split a window, but you do the right side of the window you want to join together. So in that little corner, see, like that. Anyways, I know that's a little extra long, not on purpose, but that's the way it works. And I just wanted to make